Right, about time we start. Welcome everyone once again. Just to confirm again, can we see me? Can we see my screen? And can we hear me?
You can see your
Yes,
screen.
I can see your screen.
Welcome to COSENG Data Analytics Training January 2025. You guys are lucky to be the first set for the year to be in our free training section. So I welcome you all once more, and I'm so glad that we did enjoy our holiday season. We'll go over to the next slide quickly. I'm just going to run through how we're going to go through the sections. We have two sections, section 1 and section 2. Like we know, our first section will be introducing ourselves and just going through the overview of data analytics and then some key concepts and tools. I will also take time to tell us how we apply data analytics in our day-to-day life. Then we'll have some question and answer section in the chat area. So if you don't know how to use the chat area, maybe I can just show us on the Teams. On the Teams, you just go over to chats, and under chats, you can be able to ask any question by typing your message in here on the chat area. In the chat area, you can also see us sending some links, the links to data set, the links to some tools, the links to feedback form, and any other links that will be popping up will be on the chat as well. So keep an eye on the chat area for any question and answer and information. Okay, I'll go back to the slide. So this is how the section 1 will run. The section 2, we will dive into Excel, and I have allocated more time for some of the feedback we got from our last tech training section was to allocate more time. So we have 2.5 hours so that we'll be able to get into Power BI and finish it up in a good time and also have time to ask our questions. So in our next slide, let's introduce ourselves. Dr. Ushe is here to just help us call the names of people. I mean, we can't all introduce ourselves because we are too many, but what we can do is few people can introduce themselves. Just quickly, 30 seconds, introduce yourself, tell us where your name, where you are currently, and maybe your background, what you're doing at the moment, if that's okay. So in no particular order, I'm just going to try. Maybe 10 people can introduce themselves, and then the rest can say, my name is this and all that, to make it faster. I'm calling on Abdullahi.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you all. My name is Abdullahi Abubakar, and I am a lecturer.
Good. Next person, Abladi. Sorry, I may not be able to pronounce it the right way.
Yeah, I think you got it right. Yeah, my name is Abladi. What do you call it? I'm a worker anyway. I'm not so much into data analytics, but so when I saw it, I said, let me just get my head around this.
Good. Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm in Nottingham, UK. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well done, Abdullahi. Is Akuna here? Okay.
I'm
Azizat?
here.
Okay, Akuna is here.
Yes. So I'm joining from Newcastle.
All right.
So I just completed my master's at Northumbria University.
Welcome, Akona. Good to have you here. I have
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning.
My name is Esther. I'm joining from Nigeria, Rivers State.
Welcome, Esther. So we have Hannah. Right.
Good morning. My name is Hannah.
You're joining from.
I'm in Sunderland.
Oh, welcome, Hannah. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Can Kolawole introduce yourself?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning,
Yeah,
Guliano.
good morning. This is Kolawole.
Okay.
My name is Kolawole Ayashola. I'm a student of University of Sunderland. I'm here for my master's. So I live in Newcastle.
Oh, good. Good to
Yeah.
have you, Kolawole. Yeah,
Thank
Guliano.
you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Guliano from Nigeria, a pastor with Winners Chapel. Thank you
Good.
for having me. I'm I'm
Good
grateful.
morning, Pastor, and welcome. We are so glad to have you here.
Thank you, ma. God
Right.
bless you.
So, let me just go to the last person.
My name is Sunday Ogunyemi, joining from Manchester.
Oh, nice to have you,
Thank you.
Sunday. Right.
My name
Any
is
other
Edie.
person?
My name
Edith,
is Edie, joining from Scotland.
Oh, good. Edith from Scotland. You're welcome. Please,
Good
Thank you.
morning.
can every other
Um,
person introduce yourself quickly?
my name is Oluwafemi Aru, joining from Telford.
Oh, good. Stafford, that's good. Any other person?
My name is Bernardine, joining from Nigeria.
Oh, nice to have you here, Bernardine.
Thank you very much.
Good. So, thank you everybody for joining. You're welcome. Even though we didn't call your name or you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself, you have been introduced and you're most welcome to our free training section today. So I'm just going to call on some people from our team to introduce themselves. We have one of our tutors who is here as well. His name is Chigozie Odo, but I call him Jeezy. So Jeezy, if you're here, can you just introduce yourself? Right, while we are waiting for Jeezy to come up, we also have some of our students who are just in their training at the moment. So I would like most of them to just speak about their experience so far since I've started training with us. So I have here Inem. Inem, are you here?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Beatrice, for this opportunity. I started training with Concierge in November 2024, and so far my experience has been good. One thing I like about the team is there is no wrong answer or there is no silly question rather. So if you don't understand, always ask questions, and then they will ask you what is your, in terms of Excel or whatever application that you're being trained on, what is your proficiency? Is it intermediary, or you're a beginner or advanced? So whatever level you are, even if you don't even have an idea, you will be trained from the beginning, and you will always be given assignments. That's something you need to also be prepared for, because it makes you, keep practicing the whatever topic you've been trained on the previous day or the previous week, depending on your schedule. And we also, when we start a class, you'll be given the opportunity to recap what you did the last class, just so that you have an idea or to see where you are. And then, yeah, so basically all that I have learned so far has been really useful. I've always been seeing Excel, but I've never really been hands-on Excel. But I can say now that I have, if I'm to be called on what is my level of Excel, I would say I have the advanced level, and I just started in November. That's because my tutor really takes her time to listen and answer all questions. Like I said, there is no silly question. No matter how you ask, you always get an answer that you can understand. And also for Power BI and every other thing, they will simplify it, break it down to the level that you are. So one thing that I want to encourage everyone is, do not be scared. You might think during the training that, oh, I don't have an idea of this thing. But once you start the main class, be rest assured that whatever it is, wherever level you are in, you will always be, you'll be met at that level, and then you can grow from there. So yeah, that's just my feedback, and I'm really happy to be part of this course. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Inem. Um,
Thank you.
because we don't have a lot of time, we might not be able to give other students the chance to give their feedback, but rest assured that you are in the right place. And Kusen will answer all your questions. Even though you don't have any experience at all, we'll make sure that by the time you have done with the training, you will have experience that you need. So I'm going to just call on our amiable Dr. Uchenna Ego who is our head of program development and planning. He has a PhD, he has a master's degree, he's also engineer in civil engineering. And I would like Dr. Uchenna to introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to COSENG training today. I am Dr. Uchenna Egu. I am one of the key people in COSENG and I direct the training activities. COSENG is a company that has been here for a while, and we provide a lot of services across the board. But our emphasis now is on IT and data analytics training. We also do other things like engineering consultancy services, tutoring, and we represent the UK government in various interventions across the world. I've personally been nominated by the UK government to represent them in different brokerage visits in different countries around the world. So we are making impacts. Without wasting much of our time, for today, I just want to talk about our data analytics training. Our data analytics training started about 2 years ago, and it has impacted a lot of lives, and it is accredited here in the UK. What that means is that the UK government recognizes it and registered it officially, which implies that you can use the certificate to get jobs in any part of the world. So you're in the right place. Our training equips people with the basic and advanced IT skills that you need to thrive in today's IT world. We're all aware how the pandemic, shifted the global balance, from working in the office to working from home. Data analytics happen to be one of the most important part of global industrial, activities that help companies to really keep on track what they are doing. And data analysts are well sought after globally, so you are in the right place. So our training will equip you with all the skills you need to land your best jobs. We have companies sending their staff to us to retrain them and certify them, because of the testimonials we've had in our trainings. Even the UK government agency that accredited our training is sending people to us to train them. That shows you the impact we're making. So we will have more time to talk as we go on in the course of the training. But for now, I just want to say welcome to all of you. And I want to assure you that you're in the right place. You will never regret being here. Like Beatrice said in her introduction, I have a PhD in civil and environmental engineering from Newcastle University here in the UK. I also lectured here in Newcastle University in the UK. I have been a lecturer overseas, and I've done a lot of work outside the UK, visiting different countries around the world to make impacts, representing the government, like I said. So in the course of time, we'll know each other more, but I want to tell you that you are in the right place. You're most welcome. At COSENG, we give you every opportunity to be yourself. Ask any question that you may have. That is the bedrock of the tutoring system here in England. You give people time and opportunity to express themselves and have all their questions and doubts clarified. So you're in the right place. You've met people that are really in the system who are here to make impacts in your life. So without wasting much of our time, I want to say once again, welcome and relax and enjoy our today's training. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Uchenna. That was a wonderful introduction. Gizzy, are you here? Gizzy is one of our lecturers at COSENG Limited, and I would like him to also introduce himself. Gizzy, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you guys. I'm GZ, named David Odo. I'm a tutor. I'll be one of your tutors for the section. So nice to meet you guys. And to be honest, you made the right decision. Your decision is a first step to growth. So I believe that by the special grace of God, your efforts and time will not be in vain. And when you work hard, you definitely get good results. And I've been thankful for being part of COSENG because they've helped my growth and development. And so far, I've not regretted any decision I've made. So I'm grateful to them, and I believe that we all have our, you know, sweet testimonies as time goes on. So thank you guys and welcome once again. And I promise you, you are going to enjoy the class, you're going to enjoy the section, and you make the right decision and you'll be thankful for it. So let me not take too much of your time. All right. So welcome.
So much, Chizzy. So over to myself. My name is Beatrice, and I'm a data analyst trainer by profession, and I'm also a senior data analyst, by rank. I have over 5 years of experience working as a data analyst, and I have, trained a lot of people who I can testify that they are doing very well in this field. I have a master's degree in data analytics proper from Northumbria University, Newcastle upon Tyne. In leadership role, I am the director and CEO of Joy Bringers Charity in the UK, and also a co-owner of COSENG Limited. Um, I also specialize in every other different other areas like web design. I also coach people interviews. Maybe you want to go for a job interview, and you are in the right place for me to coach you and give you the right advice on how to get that job. So welcome once again. If you want to know much about me, you can just scan the QR code on my right hand side. It will take you to my portfolio and you can read more about me. And if you want to reach out to me personally for a career advice, for your CV, for any other information, just reach out to me using that QR code. Um, I'm going to go over to the next slide quickly, which is the main section. So we are in section 1 now. Um, we're just going to look at what is data analytics. I know a lot of people don't even have an experience or they have not heard about it before. Some of you might have heard what data analytics is all about, and some of you might even be working as a data analyst and you just want to know a little bit more. So data analytics or data analysis is the process of collecting information, organizing it, studying it to find patterns or useful ideas that help people make better decisions. Yeah, this is a very robust definition, or you might not even understand it, but just imagine data analytics as, in your personal life, you set on a journey. If each day when you wake up in the morning and you plan yourself on how you're going to set out on that particular day, then you calculate the hours it will take you to get to a particular destination and back. That is data analysis. Or perhaps you are even maybe an employee or a staff in a particular organization, or you own a business. Each day you go for a shift or you go to work, you keep track of the number of hours that you have worked. Just imagine that at the end of the month, you calculate the total number of hours you've worked on that particular month, and then you get the total. That way, you know exactly how much you're going to earn that month. That is data analysis. You just analyze your payment for that month. You can even analyze maybe your income and expenditure. Each time you go for a shopping, you want to keep track of your expenditure. Maybe you find out that you're overspending or you are underspending, and you want to know what is actually eating up my money. How is my finance being managed? What is my finance going into? You can begin to keep track of all your spendings. So you go to a grocery shop, you write it down. This is what I bought, and this is how much I bought it for. At the end of the month, you can calculate, okay, I made 1,000 naira, I spent 800 naira, or I made 1,000 pounds, I spent 800 pounds. And this is a breakdown of how this money was spent. And in that calculation, you begin to find some trends and patterns. Then you begin to say, oh, I think most of my money went into buying shoes, or went into buying bags, or went into buying food. So you can actually pinpoint where exactly your money is going into. What you have just done now is that you have analyzed your personal finance system, and that is data analytics. So First of all, you collect the information. How do you collect it? You can put them down by using a Excel sheet, and then you just put all the income or your expenditures. You say, okay, I got £1,000, I have spent £50. These are the things I spend it on. You are keeping tracks. So what you are doing is called data analysis. Why does it matter? Companies use data analytics to understand their customers better. They use it to improve services and make decisions based on facts. So just look at the fact when you analyze your expenditure, your income, what happened, you actually know. Nobody will tell you this is what I spend my money on, or you are not guessing. I think my money went on this, or I think I don't know what happened to my money. You know exactly what to say. If you are called now, oh, Beatrice, can you come and tell us what happened to that money? You can boldly say on fact that I use this money to do this and do that and do that, and you don't have to second guess. So data analysis helps companies to understand how their business is running without having to gaze or think or say, I think, but it's based on facts that this is exactly what happened and this is how it happened. So for example, we can use data to predict which patient may need more care. So if you work in a healthcare system, for example, and maybe your patient has a particular disease, say high blood pressure, let me just use as an example, and you're taking a reading of their blood pressure every 1 hour, you can say by far that based on the blood pressure reading we have taken on this day, we can say that the patient is doing well or they are not improving. And because of this, we can increase their medication by 10%, or we can reduce their medication by 10%. And that will be based on the actual reading of their blood pressure. Does that make sense? So data analysis helps us to, look at data in a very clear manner and then use it to predict what will happen. We can even use it to say, this is how we can go about the next step for our business or for this particular occasion. So it does mean that you can apply data analysis even in your personal life. So I want everybody here to begin to think of how you can apply data in your personal life. You can apply it in your income and expenditure. You can apply it in your going out. Maybe you're setting out for the day. You can apply it on that. Or maybe you want to improve your eating habit or your sleeping habit. You can apply data analytics on that. Does anybody have any question? So we're going to look at some real world examples. If you have any question, please put it in the chat. So real world examples of where data analytics can be applied. So we use it in various industries, and data analytics can be applied virtually everywhere. And that is why, as a data analyst, you can work in any organization all over the world. And one of them is in the healthcare system. We can collect and analyze healthcare data to predict patient health outcome. I think I gave that example in the previous slide. So in the education system as well, we can collect and analyze student data to predict student performance. So at the end of the semester or the term, we can recollect all the students' performance and say, okay, these students have scored 70%, they have passed, they have failed, or they are on the average. So we can use data to make that decision. What of in the marketing industry? We can collect feedback response from customers through survey and analyze the data. And a lot of more places you can apply data in the real world. You can begin to think about where you think in the world you can apply data. You can apply it in your engineering work. You can apply it in your market business, any single place. You begin to think of data analysis, not just in a proper business sector, but in your own personal space as well. So I'm going to go to the next slide. There are some strategies that we use to collect data. So effective data collection is the foundation of data analysis. So it involves methods for gathering accurate, relevant, and comprehensive data. And one of them is through surveys and questionnaire. I know a lot of people know this one. If you don't know what is survey or questionnaire, you would have seen people asking you, can you give us feedback? Or can you fill out this form? So whenever you see a pop-up or anyone, or you have ever encountered a situation where someone asks you to fill out a form, it's called survey or questionnaires. We can use those data collected from individuals to make decisions on how to improve the experience that those customers get. So for example, as you buy maybe body lotions, or you buy a particular food product, and those companies, they want to improve the experience that you get. You might not be able to see them, but if they send you that form and you fill it and say, okay, I think I enjoyed it, or you people can improve it in this way, they can use those particular information that you have given to them to improve the services they provide to you. That is why if you see some business, they are doing very well, that is because they take the feedback that customers give very, very important. Just like the training we had today, the last time you gave us feedback by the form you filled, we are using it to improve the trainings we are giving to you today. One of them is we have extended the number of hours for the training because someone put it in the feedback form or survey that we should allocate more time. So this helps us to improve the quality of services we provide to our customers. And some of those platform you can use to collect feedback is Google Form. We have SurveyMonkey, we have Cognito, we have Microsoft Form. There are lots of them. But when you enroll with us, one of the things that COSENG will teach you is how to collect data from scratch by yourself. You design the system, you collect the data, and use it to analyze and make decisions based on the data you have collected. Another one is interview. We can also collect data through interview. Want a face-to-face interview, ask people, interact with people. How did you enjoy our product and services? How can we improve? It helps us to gather information that can improve the services we provide to you. Another one is observation, which involves recording observation. Have you ever maybe thought of, okay, I think I have one example. When you want to see how a particular plant can, survive in a particular condition. Maybe you have a sunny area, you have a wet area or dry area, and you plant maybe three kind of tomatoes in these three different conditions, and you are monitoring them. You planted one inside the house where there is no sun. You planted one outside the house where there is rain and sun, and you planted another one maybe in a very cold freezer. And you want to know how these three particular tomato will survive in this condition. You're going to observe them, isn't it? It might take you months to observe. It might take you weeks to observe. It might take you months to observe. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be recording what you observe each time you go to see these three tomatoes you've planted in three different conditions or three different places. And at the end, you begin to make your judgment. Nobody will tell you. You know, see that, okay, I think the one I planted in the freezer area is not doing well, or the one I planted outside is doing more than the one I planted inside. So that way you have observed these three tomato in three different conditions, and you can conclude based on your observation that this is what is obtainable. So these are the ways we can collect data. Another way is through existing data sets. We'll talk about it more if you enroll with COSENG Limited. So there are some key concepts in data analytics that we would like to talk about. And one of them is that there are two different types of data, and it's quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative are what? Numerical data, while qualitative are descriptive or text kind of data. So these two kind of data is very, very important to differentiate them. And as a data analyst, you begin to use both of them combined or separately, and there are different methods to analyze them in the real world. So who is a data analyst? A data analyst is a professional who specializes in collecting, processing, and analyzing data to extract valuable insights and support decision making. To be honest, everyone here is a data analyst. If you can be able to keep track of your spending and know, okay, this is my income and this is my expenditure, this is how much I have left, and you can even clarify on what you have used those money to spend on, then you are a very good data analyst. Does that make sense? If you can even organize a particular program to look in a very structured manner, you are a very good data analyst. But in a real world business sector, a data analyst is someone that is able to collect data. So you are collecting the data based on the fact that there's an existing data, or you are the one designing it, as we have mentioned in previous slide. And then you process the data by cleaning them up, and you analyze it and show your company, okay, this is what the data is talking about. And in data analysis, we use nice pictures and designs to do them. So we're going to look at it in Power BI. The primary role of a data analyst is to identify trends and patterns and correlations in data. You don't just show the pictures, but you have to identify trends. Okay, based on the analysis, I can see that I have found out why my money is not enough for me. I can see why I'm overspending. I have to cut down on my spending on maybe wares or my hair or food, or a particular food or a particular item. So because you've analyzed that data, you have found that trend, that particular problem. So every analysis you do must solve a problem in data analysis. If it does not solve a problem of the question you asked yourself the first time, then you have to go back again and analyze it. So a data analyst is someone that finds solution to a particular problem. As a data analyst, we are integral part of every organization. In fact, they need us to make decisions. That's why data analysts are needed in every company. They need you, they need me. So this training you're doing now, we put you in a very good position to go and solve that problem. Okay. So let's look at the next slide. A typical day in a data analyst role. How does our day look like as a data analyst? So let's look at it. Because I like to share my experience. I'm a senior data analyst, and I've been a data analyst for over 5 years. I can tell you what to expect. You that is going to be a data analyst soon, or you are looking for a job, or you even started and you are not sure how to even go about this data analyst thing every single day. I will just run through how I go about it for the last 5 years. So every morning when you come, you on your computer, then in the morning, you check your calendars, okay? Morning planner meeting, you check your emails to know if there are any communication that have just came in. You also check your calendar to know if there are meetings that you need to attend. Then you now set your daily goals based on this information that you've gotten, because your meeting is very important. The emails that were sent by your managers or your colleagues are very important. That way, you can't just plan your day without looking at these things, your meetings and your email, because you need them to combine your daily goals. So then, once you read your emails and check your meetings, then you set your goals. We also attend daily meetings, not just daily. Sometimes we have team meetings every 2 weeks. Some companies once a week, some companies twice a week. Depends on the organization you find yourself. I work in different organizations and it's not always the same. Data analysis, or being a data analyst, every day is different. And because they are different, you have to plan each day that you go to work. So if you work Monday to Friday, you have to plan each day, 7 days a week. Then once you are done with all this, which are very important, it just helps you to be in a team player, a good team player, because even though you are very good at analyzing data, you also have to be very good in collaborating with other people, right? Then when you are given a task, you now begin by, first of all, you extract the data. That is this data extraction here. You begin by extracting the data, and this just means collecting data, and then you prepare your data for analysis. You don't just go ahead to analyze the data. You have to first of all ask yourself, where is the data? Where can I collect it? Once you've been finished collecting it, prepare the data. In that preparation, you are cleaning it. And that is what we call exploratory data analysis. It's down here. It's called EDA. And we'll teach you when you enroll with COSENG. So when you clean them up, you now begin to analyze the data proper, and that is where the data analysis comes in. You see, there are so many things you have to do before the data analysis proper. So in the data analysis, that is where you now begin to find trends, you begin to find patterns, and begin to put it in a nice charts and graphs, and then you begin to communicate it to your superiors, your manager or your colleagues or the person that assigned the task to you. The next thing is to write your reports. As a data analyst, you can choose the method you want to use to write your reports. You can use Power BI, you can use Excel, you can use any other platform like Tableau, you can use Google Analytics or Google Local Studio. There are loads of them. So when you prepare your report, you begin to communicate your report, your findings to people or to your audience. We'll talk about it as well in the proper training. Collaboration is also important. In all these things you're doing, you're working with people. As a data analyst, we work with everybody. We work with CEOs, we work with managers, we work with the top people in the organization. So that is why one of the things you must improve as a data analyst is your communication skills. You need to know how to talk with people. You need to know how to relate with people on a daily basis because everybody is different. And that collaboration and feedback is so important. Learning and optimization. As a data analyst, you will keep learning. You will keep doing a lot of trainings, not just 2020. You can do numerous training in a year just to improve yourself. Because even as I am now, I keep learning. I keep doing a lot of training to help me improve in my speech, in how I communicate with people. Very, very important, because without it, you will not go very far as a data analyst. At the end of the day, we wrap up our work. So I wrap up my work by looking at all the things. I'll tick it off. What helps me a lot is I use what we call Jira. Jira is kind of a project management system, or I use in my dashboard to manage my project. At the end of the day, I will tick off all the things that I have achieved for the day so that the next day I will come fresh. Then I'll update my documents and then plan for my next day. I will know, okay, tomorrow I'll then focus on this particular task. That is how our day-to-day runs. Remember, each day is different. There might be some day I will not have meetings. There might be some day I will not have to analyze data. It might just be to kind of work on other things that have been continue from where I stopped. Some days I might not need to extract data because maybe I'm working on a particular task and I need to continue that on the next day. But it's always good to have this in mind. If there's any question about our day-to-day at work, put it in the chat. But did you know that data analyst skill is high in demand across various industries? It offers a lot of opportunity. You can do a lot of things as a data analyst. And one of the good things training with COSENG is that you will have a top-notch experience going into the field. A top-notch experience that whenever you do a particular work, there will be, wow, amazed at what you have done. You can find employment in a lot of industries. You can find employment as a data analyst in a bank, in the healthcare industry, in the marketing industry, in the e-commerce industry. Just name them. Even in our kind of organization, we have data analysts. Okay, so it's very, very important, even in charity organizations. There are so many career opportunities for data analysts. You can work as a data analyst, like you can work as a trainer, like you can work as a reporting analyst, like just let me know. I can send them to you. Maybe you are looking for a job and you don't know which area to search. These are the kind of areas you can work as a data analyst. You can work as a database manager. You can work as a healthcare analyst, data consultant. Depending on what you need, you can just mix this up. You can even take one or two from here and merge them together. Most companies, they can say we are looking for a data reporter. So it means they will take one word from here and add it to the other one to make a name. Any name at all that matches what is here, you just can apply for it as a data analyst. So there are tools that you need to learn as a data analyst. One of them is Excel for data cleaning. Another one is Power BI, COSENG with how to use them as well. The other one is SQL. SQL just means structured query language. Use it to manage databases and store data. We also have Python programming language, which we use for automation and script writing. This particular one is very, very good if you want to learn how to build games, you want to learn how to automate tasks, then you need to learn Python programming language as well. So what is your next step? Your next step is that we have a 6 weeks program coming up on the 28th of January. So if you want to venture fully into data analytics, you can register. If you're in Nigeria, this offer is for Nigerians only for 100,000, 100K only. Then if you're anywhere else, maybe in the UK, you can scan the other QR code. It will take you to our website where you will enroll and we'll get in touch with you. So this particular program for the 6 weeks is starting on the 28th of January. So if you want to be part of this particular training, you can enroll for just 100K. We just slice it down to make sure that everyone in this particular country, Nigeria, is able to accommodate everyone to enroll. So yeah, you can enroll for that. This will help you to, improve your skills and stay current and also get a good job in the market industry. Okay. So if you have any question on this, just ask at the end of the training through the chat and also scan the QR code. I'll just give you 2 seconds to scan this QR code if you haven't. Or if you have, I can go over to the next slide. If you need the link to the training as well, you can just send. If you're not able to scan the code, we can pop the link in the chat as well. So, but otherwise, I'll go to the next slide. So these are some of the benefits of enrolling with COSENG. I think Dr. Uchena already said that you have a CPD certification upon the completion of your training. We also teach you how to design your data analyst portfolio. If you were in the previous slides where I introduced myself, you can have something like that for yourself as a data analyst or upcoming data analyst, where you have a website for yourself so that people can view the work, all the work that you have done so far. One of the benefits is mentorship and support. Oh, COSENG team is a lovely team. We'll mentor you and make sure that you are relaxed. Any information you need, we'll give it to you. If you have any problem, we'll help you find solution to that. And when you finish your training, we don't just leave you like that. You will have a life project and you continue to have a support. Maybe you want help with your CV, you want help with your interview. I can be on a one-to-one mock interview with you just to make sure that you have the right answers to the question that might likely come out during the interview. One of the benefits is flexibility. It will be at your own time, depending on the package that you're taking as well. So if you enroll in our data analyst training, it will help you to keep improving yourself and you will surely succeed. Remember, you don't need a background in data. We'll teach you everything you need to know. If your question is, I don't have any background, I don't even know what people are talking about, don't worry, you're all covered because we'll teach you from scratch. Rome was not built in one day. You can learn from the scratch, and COSENG is the right place to teach you from the scratch, and you will work your way up. So we're supposed to have a 5 minutes break. Then we'll go over to our practical section. Now, practical section is in Excel. So we're going to start using Excel now. Before we go on this 5 minutes break, please open your Excel. There is a data. This QR code will take you to the data set. So Dr. Uche as well, if you can just pop into the chat, the data set, that would be great. The link to the data set, that would be great. So that anyone that cannot scan the QR code will be able to also use a link to open the data set. So this data set will help us to kind of do our analysis, our hands-on analysis using Excel. But we have to go for a 5 minutes break. You want to grab a cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of water, or you want to ease yourself, you can do that in the next 5 minutes. So we should be back by 10:52. 10:52, guys. And then we'll go into Excel. Any question?
I have my hand raised.
Okay.
Can the Excel be pasted in the chat box?
So that
instead of using the QR code, can we help, because we don't have all that sophisticated laptops to get that has a QR code, but yeah, if it can be pasted in the chat box, that would be appreciated.
Yes, I'll do that now. I think
Is there already?
Okay, it's there already. All right.
Is it the one for nurse performance?
Yes.
Performance?
Yes, that's it.
Do you still have a question, Onyinye? Who's here? Someone's hand is raised.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I wanted to ask a question. Please, can a support worker also be a data analyst?
Of course. Data analysis.
In what area, please? Can you explain? Thank you.
So a support worker can be a data analyst. So can I ask, what's your level of education?
BSc.
Good, perfect. You can. Even with what's it called? WAEC, you can become a data analyst. So all you need to do is to enroll for the full training with COSENG, okay? If you enroll for the full training with COSENG, then we will teach you all the things that you need to learn to become a data analyst. Being a support worker does not limit you from becoming what you want to become. Does that make sense? So
yes,
support worker might not be your career path. If data analytics is your career path, you can pursue it by completing the training and getting the certification. So once you get the certification, then you can start applying for a job in the data analyst role and then switch your career. So it's called career switch, okay? You can switch from becoming a support worker to becoming a data analyst. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course.
Can I just add that in most industries, organizations, what they want to see is your ability to perform, not necessarily what you have been doing. If you say you're a data analyst, when you go for your interview, after asking you about yourself, why you choose to do the work and all those places you speak, or people normally speak a lot of grammar, they'll just take you to a computer, open up your data, and tell you to analyze it. That's your interview. Your ability to analyze it and come up with the insight they want to see gives you the job. So somebody that read computer from primary school to university may go for an interview in data analytics, and somebody that didn't even do anything computer would rather get the job if the person is able to analyze the data presented by the employer. So it's not all about what you're doing at the moment. It's all about your ability to do the training and understand and defend whatever you have learned where you are faced with the real life data. And that's what COSENG will help you to do. It will enable you to work with real life data that will help you to get that experience needed to excel in any interview.
Does that answer your question again?
Yes, please, it does. Yes,
our 5 minute break is up. So we're going over to our Excel proper. I'm hoping that everyone has gotten this data. If you have gotten this data, you should have this online. So I can see 15 people in the data already. So we're not going to start the analysis on the online, otherwise we'll be pumping on each other. Can we see my screen? Can we see me? Yes, good. I can see 18 people on the data set. So if we are all in a data set, I'm going to just walk us through how to get it in our desktop because we can't use it in the online version. First, go to File and go to Save As, and then click on Download a Copy. This is a process whereby we need to get it into our Excel on our desktop. Go to File first. First, go to File, go to Save As, and then click on Download a Copy. Was that clear, guys? You have done it, say I have done it.
Sorry, is it, I'm sorry, please. Is it when you are in the Excel, you go to File?
Yeah, so if you click on the link that we just sent, right? Once you click on that link, it will open up like this. I can see 20 people already, 21 people are here. Then you go to File. You can see my screen. Just follow my direction. Then under File, you go to Save As. If your own is not called Save As, it could be called Save a Copy, okay? So it can be called Save As or Make a Copy or Save a Copy, whatever that sounds like Save As or Copy. Just click on that and then click on Download a Copy. If you have downloaded it,
Sorry, I'm clicking on the file, but I'm getting things like get add-ins, adding pictures. It's not what is shown on your screen.
right? So I can't see what you're talking about. But if you just click on that link, it could just mean that maybe you don't have access to Excel. But if you have downloaded it, click on the downloaded version and open it in Excel like this. So I have mine opening in Excel. Look at it. Okay, you're already in Excel. All right. So click on Enable Editing. Then we are good to go. So once you click on the Enable Editing, you can see some of the sheets are hidden. You can click on that three dots to expand all the data set. Let me just check that everyone has got the data. Has everyone got the data, or should I repeat it again?
Please repeat.
For those of us that are just joining, please.
Okay. Get the, click on the link.
Sorry, where is the link? Where can I find the link?
The link is on the chat. I'm just look at my screen. You go click on chat, and can someone else pop with the link again, please? Then this is the link. Pop it again. Can you click on it? Once you click on that link, you go to File, click on Save As, then you click on Download a Copy. Once it's downloaded, you go to your downloads and open it up. Once it should come to your Excel desktop like this. If we have got it, then we can make a start. Can we move forward? Right. Now that we are in Excel, the next thing we're going to do is to read the instructions. This will apply also if you are going for a data analyst exam, because each time, 99% of the time you're going for an interview, you'll be asked to do an Excel test, or you'll be asked to do a test. And that test will usually come this way, where you have an instruction sheet, and then you also have the actual data set. So the first thing you must do is to read your instructions. So I have just created column B, where if we finish any of the tasks, we'll mark it green. So green just means completed. So this is the two data sets that we have. We have the performance data and we have the nurse information. Has everyone got the same thing as me?
Yes, miss.
That's good. So we have the nurse performance data and we have the nurse information sheet. But we have to read the instructions so that we know what we're asked to do. We can't just go ahead to analyze it without knowing what we're asked to do. So the first thing we're asked to do is to change the appearance, including the heading of the data set. So that's the first thing we're asked to do. So for us to do that, we'll come to the performance data and we're asked to change the appearance. So I'm going to highlight the first row. Has everyone done that? So to highlight a row, you click on a double click on a cell, drag it down to the last column, which is column H. So just highlighting the first row. So I'm going to change the heading to green. I want to change the text color to white. And I want to make it bigger to 14 so you guys can see it as well. And I want to make it bold. Has everyone done this? So we have changed the appearance of the data set. We can also do the same to the second one.
Yes, please.
So we have to expand this particular one because it's not all spread out. So to do that, Ctrl Z. To do that, we're going to highlight the entire nurse performance information sheet. So to highlight it, if you don't know how to do that, just place your cursor on A in column A. Once the arrow is facing downwards, you got it correctly. Double click and drag it down to the last column. That is highlighting all the data set. Then you place your cursor in between column H or the last column and I. It will turn to a black cross, double arrowed cross. Once it does that, double click, it will expand the entire data set. We have changed that one. Then we need to change the heading as well by highlighting the entire row 1. I'm going to apply the same setting as I have done the other one to the other sheet and bold. But I need to. So you can see that the two appearance of the data set looks much more legible, isn't it? So we are done with the instruction 1. We'll mark it as completed. So the next instruction now. Has everyone done the first instruction? Yes.
No, ma.
Sorry, can you repeat that again, please?
Okay. I'm going to do
the changes to the appearance, please. Sorry about that.
All right. Don't worry. We'll try. That's why I allocated more time. We'll try to complete all the instruction, make sure everyone is following. So we have the data set this way. We are asked to change the appearance. So first, we'll highlight the headings. That's the heading. That's the number 1, the heading. Okay. If you don't know, in Excel, the numerical side are called rows. The alphabetical side are called what? Column. So if I say go to column A, I'm talking about column A, means the alphabet. If I say row, means I'm talking of the numbers, okay? So we need to highlight row 1, that's the heading. And I want to change the color of the background. To do that, I'll just go to font, choose the color of your choice. I chose green so you guys can see it. And then I chose the font, text font white. Then the size, I choose 14. That's all. Then I need to expand it to look much more spread out at once. So to do that, what I've just done is click on column A. A means the alphabet A. If you click on anywhere else, it will not work. You have to go to the alphabet A. If you click on that A, you find out that your arrow has pointed downwards, black downwards arrow. So once you pointed it that way, you double click and drag to the last column, which is column H. And then you target your arrow in between column H and I and double click it. It will expand it properly. So now we can see the information all clear. Do the same for the nurse sheet. First, we're going to change the heading. The heading text is too tiny and not that great, so I've changed it to green. The text white. The same thing we did to the other sheet. It's just second one. Then we will expand the column. You see, done. So once you're done with that instruction, then you come to your instruction sheet and mark it as completed. So how do you mark it? You just use the background color, use green to mark it as completed. So we'll now look at the second instruction. It says, check data in both Excel sheet and identify and correct any inconsistencies before manipulating the data. Inconsistencies just means if there's any error, if there's anything that does not look good, you have to correct them. The reason is that if you do not correct those inconsistencies or errors, it will affect your analysis. Let me give you an example. Assuming that in your shop, you sold a good or services, or you sold a bread for 50 naira or 50, let me not call it currency, and you wanted to enter the data and you mistakenly entered 500, right? What do you think will happen? Will the result be the same if you analyze the data? The answer is no. So you have to find a way to correct those inconsistencies before continuing your analysis. So that's what we're going to look out for now. So, and I'm going to ask us to help me look out for that. So let's go to the nurse information sheet first. So we have here, can anybody identify any errors or any inconsistencies in this data? And I can see one in column D. What can I see? I can see that we have team 1, but we also have team 1 with a dash. Can we see it? If
Yes,
I
please.
analyze data, there will be so much error. I have team 2 and I also have team 2 with a dash. I have team 3 and I have team 3 with a dash. So we're going to look for a way to fix that error. Then let's come to first name and last name. We can see some inconsistencies. Some of the last names start with small letter, some of them start with two letter. It doesn't just rhyme with the whole data. So if I'm going to analyze this data and there is, for example, Larry with small letter and there's another Larry with capital letter and it's the same person, our data will not spot them as the same people, to be different. So for us to have consistency, we need to make sure that they are all in capital letter. So these are some of the errors that I can find. So now, how do we now make it correct? So one of the first things we will do is to, first of all, we're going to join the first name and last name together so that we'll just read at once. So what can we use to join it? We use what we call concatenate function or concat to join first name and last name. So it's very easy. In an Excel, anytime you want to do analysis, the first thing you must do is to type your equal to sign. Once you type your equal to sign, Excel automatically knows that you want to write a formula. So we've typed our equal to sign. I'll just start typing my concat, which is there. So once I type con, it gives me a hint on all the formulas that relates to what I want to do. Okay, I want to write a concatenate function formula. You can see once I put my equal to sign, I just put CON and it gave me different options to choose from. And There's concatenate, there's concat. They do the same thing. So I'll just double click on the concat, the short one. Someone say something in the chat. Okay, please drop the link for the data set. Right, can someone the data set so that I will just concentrate? Okay, so once you put the concat, as easy as ABC, you one click on the first name in first name, Rogers, and comma. We're going to click on and. In Excel, how do I explain this? Anytime there is any special character in a formula, special characters like a space, a semicolon, a dash, and any kind of thing like that, you have to be in a double quote. You have to put in a double quote. That way, it will recognize it as a normal character that can be in a formula. So I want to put a space in between the first name and last name. So for me to do that, I will have to put a space in between. And for me to put that space, I have to use a double quote to close it. Then I'll put my comma again, and I'll click on my last name and hit enter. So it will join the first name and last name together. So not just that, in Excel, once you write the first formula, you get your first result, and just double click, it will fill down the rest for us. So now we have our full name. This is our full name. As easy as that. Does that make sense?
Could you please go over it again? Thank you.
Okay. So we want to join first name and last name together. We want to join it together. The Rogers and Smith, we want to join it together. And for us to join it together, we use the formula function we call concat function or concatenate function. Concatenate just means joining two things together or joining more than one thing together, okay? So for us to
we get the formula from, please?
Where do I get the formula from?
The concat, yes. Where do we click on it?
So you don't click on it except you do the first thing, which is put your equal to sign. So in Excel, if you just put concat, okay, it's a normal test. If I put here concat, it's just a normal test. But once I put my equal to sign in front of this concat, it becomes a formula. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So your question is, how can you get the formula? You can get the formula by typing equal to sign. Okay. Once you type equal to sign, you just type concat. You see, the formula is here. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Good. So equal to sign in any formula you want to write, then since you have the word on top of your head, but maybe you don't even know the full spelling, just type the first 2 or 3 letters, and it gives you a hint of all the formulas relating to concatenate. So we just want the first one, so you double click. Can you follow me? Double click. Are we all here? So once you double click and the bracket is open, the next step is one click on Rogers, that's the first name, comma. We are done with that instruction. Then it's asking us for test 2. Test 2 will be the space that will be in between the first name and last name. And for us to put that space, we need to put a double quote. So you see that double quote I put here, there is space in between it. Now put my comma again. What's our test 3? Our test 3 is our last name. Okay, just one click on last name and hit enter key. So this is a formula for concat.
Sorry, ma, but when I put concat, it shows me the concatenate. It doesn't show me concat.
It's the same thing. Let me use concatenate. So concat is the same formula. So if I choose concatenate, I'll click on first name. I'll put my space at the top. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter if you choose concat or concatenate. Concat is just a short form of concatenate, comma, and our last name, which is Smith, and then enter key. I hit my enter, and in the box, in the cell, Roger Smith, there is a small tiny cube, a green tiny cube there. If you target it properly, you see that your cursor will change to a black cross. Once it changes to a black cross, double click on it, and it will fill down the rest of the sheet. You don't have to do it one after the other. Then this will be our full name.
I'm so sorry to this. I have a question.
Okay.
For the formula, my name is Rogers and Smith is joined together. There's no space. I think I made them. I didn't see what you did. Whether the they call it again. The hyphen. I don't know if I put enough space or something.
So the hyphen. Did you put a double quote in between it to close it?
Yes, please.
So did you click space in your keyboard inside it? So
yes, please. But the names are together.
So this is what you need to do. Let me explain it here. So in your computer,
it's done. The hyphen. I didn't space the hyphens. I made them together. I've sent it.
Have you?
Thank you.
All right. So now,
yes, it's done.
Okay. Ask your question.
I have a question. When I click the first name, that is the B2, then after the B2, I clicked comma. For me to now put the apostrophe for the second one, that is the last name to enter, it couldn't. It's now telling me problem in the formula. So I didn't understand from.
Because the double quote is not a single quote into two, it's double quote. So we have this in Excel. We also have this one into two. We have this one. So it's not this one. It's not this one.
I can't see what you're doing.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So we have double quotes, right? We also have single quotes. Okay. So you are not going to use a single quote twice. You're going to use double quote, the one that just one. That I think that's where the problem is. So you might have used single quote into two, isn't it?
Yes, but it's from my keyboard and I pressed the double one.
Did you press the double quote? Some keyboard, the double
Yes.
quote at number 2. So you put your shift and click on 2. Hold down shift and click on 2. You get the double quote.
Done.
Because good. Does it work?
Yes, it filled up my. I'm seeing Hamilton, Yale, Hassan, Golden, all together under the P1, but I haven't closed the bracket.
Okay, just close it.
Mine is not working. Please, after selecting Rogers, I put a comma, then double quote. In between the two double quotes, will I put a space?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yes. After that, I will now put a comma, right?
Yeah, and then click on last name. This shift 2. Enter. Remember your double quote, not single quote 2 is hold down shift and press 2 in some keyboard. For some keyboard, you just hold down shift and press that double quote, depending on your style of keyboard. Okay, so that's the last thing. So now, if we want to get rid of the other one, you can just copy it and right click.
Please can people mute except the
yes, please mute every other person for us. So I want to copy the full name now. I'll go to column B.
I'm still finding it hard to get this. Sorry, ma, you're muted, ma. Sorry, please. I'm still finding it hard to have these two names together, please.
Okay. So let's try one more time. This is our last trial so that we can go over to I really want us to kind of look at Power BI today. Very important. So now if you look at the formula, let me just do it one more time. Let me delete it. So first, equal to sign. Have you done that? It's very easy. One click on B2, comma, type your concat first, or concatenate. Some people have concatenate, so let me just use concatenate. Then B2, comma, then the space should be, hold down your shift and press 2, number 2 on your keyboard, or if your keyboard doesn't support that one, you hold down your shift and press the double quote on your keyboard. It should give you the same double quote. Double quote is not single quote twice, just double quote once. Then hit space on your keyboard, your space, and then close it in double quotes again by pressing shift the same time as with 2, number 2 on your keyboard, then comma. Then our test 3 will be last name, which is C2. Enter. That's it, and close it. Does that make sense? It should. Enter key. I have my Roger Smith. I'm just going to fill it down again by double clicking and filling down. This will be our full name. So I want to copy that cell now, that column G, which is full name. So you can copy it by clicking and copy. We want to paste it as value. Right click, paste as value. The value is the one that has 1, 2, 3. So we have our full name there. I'll then delete this particular column rather, sorry, and delete the last name. So we now have our full name. We don't have first name and last name again. We now have full name, which is Roger Smith.
Please, did you type the full name or it appeared on its own?
I typed it. So you have to name the heading, full name, and then copy it. Then come to column B, right click and paste as value. Once you paste it as value, you can delete every other thing that you don't need. I've deleted the last name and the SS full name that was in column G. So we have that done.
Sorry, ma. So sorry, ma. Please, when is the Roger Smith? Will you now copy it down and all the names automatically comes together?
Yes. So look at what I did. There's full name here. I renamed this column to full name. Once you have filled in the formula, I rename it to full name. I clicked on column G. I right clicked and copied. Okay. How you know you have copied is this tag line will start going around the full name. Then I'll come to column B again, where you have your first name. Right click on it and paste as value. Okay, you paste as value there, and then come to column G and delete it. We don't need this one anymore, and we don't even need the last name anymore. You see, done. So our data is becoming cleaner, but we are not yet there. So the next thing is we now need to get rid of the Z Smith. Copy, paste as value.
The paste as value deleted it. Should we go for paste?
It will not, if you paste as value, the one that has 1, 2, 3, it will not delete it.
Yeah, it says paste special. Then I went to value with the arrow.
Do it again.
Okay.
There's 2 values. The one that has, the first one that has just V. values V as the one you need. So I need to delete these ones now and delete this too.
How do you do G?
How do I do that? Well,
Delete column G.
just click on it and right click and click, you choose delete.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, we need to now make it proper. You see, some of them have small letter, some of them have capital letter. We need to now make sure that all of them are in the same proper way. We use proper function to deal with that. So remember, in Excel, the first thing we must type is our what? Equal to sign. This one is very simple.
Sorry for dragging you back. And I'm fine. I think my own is different. From the formula I saw, I don't know the name of that sign, dot and comma instead of apostrophe, the other one. I just clicked it and it went. So I'm at the level of Roger Smith, but I haven't posted the remaining ones down. How will I do it?
Okay, to do that, you see this dot in the cell. There's a small cube, green cube in that place. If you click on any cell, you see a small cube at the bottom of it. If you click, you should turn to black cross. Double click, it will fill down. Okay. Good. So we now need to make that proper by putting an equal to sign and typing proper. Once I type my PRO, I have options here. I can see proper. I'll just double click on proper. Once the bracket is open, I'll click on Roger Smith, that's B2, and hit enter. It will capitalize each of the first words. I'll fill it down as well. You see, those ones that were in small letter are now in capital letter. For example, we have this Roscoe Greg. Roscoe Greg was in small letter R. Now it's what? In capital letter. The Greg there, the G was a small letter. Now it's in capital letter. So we used proper function to fix that. So I'll still call this full name. And I'll copy that column. Control copy. I'll go to column B again, right click and paste as value. So, and I'll come and delete this one again. So we'll be using that method. That is how you clean data in Excel. You write a formula, paste as value.
I'm still back. I don't know. I'm still in trying to gather the two names together for all of them to be done. I don't know why it's not doing.
Right. So what I could say is this. I'll give you the recording. This is recorded, okay? I'll give you the recording and bypass that particular side. You just go and listen to the recording and just do that part, but it doesn't stop you from analyzing the data. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yes.
So
I've deleted number to see on my own.
That steps like proper function. It's because of our time. Okay. I'm so sorry. What's your name?
Yeah.
Onyinye?
Yes.
Okay. So Onyinye, I'll put the record. Okay. You just go and do that one only. Okay. That particular join.
I will need record too, ma.
Okay. Anyone that needs it will give it to you. You just go and do the concatenate, but just follow the proper function. Let me do it one more time. This one is very simple.
The recording, ma.
Okay. I'll get everybody will get the recording. Okay. Just put your equal.
Thank you.
And put proper. Okay. Proper. And the proper function will appear. Double click. Once you see your bracket open, it means you got it correctly. I think everyone is here, isn't it? Then one tap on B2, enter. See, this one is the most simplest formula we're going to learn. Hit your enter key. So we have our name in a proper way and still fill down. So once you fill down, you have your, everything is in proper function. I use which one did I use as an example? Roscoe Greg. So that's how to do it. Then you paste as value, right click, paste as value. Was that clear? Yes.
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 Good. Let's go to the next one, which is our last. It's not the last one. We are still in the second question. We need to now make the C to be consistent. You see, we have some in team one dash. So how do we fix that? So if the error is not too much, you can manually remove them by just removing the dash in front of it. Okay. Or you use what we call substitute function to deal with that. So for example, this team 3, if we don't want to manually remove it, perhaps there are too many errors. So we'll use substitute function. Remember what we said the last time. Anytime you want to use a special character in a formula, you use double quotes. Special characters like space, dash, semicolon, anything like that, you put it in double quotes. So we're going to do the same for team 3. If you don't want to manually remove the data, we use substitute function to remove it. And the same pattern, equal to sign first. Without equal to sign, no formula. So we put our equal to sign and start typing substitute. I just put 3-letter words and the substitute is out. Double click. Once your bracket open, you see this particular point is the same for all formulas we are writing. The only difference is the information in the formula, which is very easy. To substitute that in 3, it's asking us what is the test. The test is what? It's in C24. We just click on that C24, comma. What is the old test we want to remove? It's in double quote, is the dash, isn't it? In double quote. We don't just put the dash like that. We have to leave it in a double quote, comma. Again, we are done with that instruction. What is a new test? We want to replace it with a closed gap, no gap. So, but for us to write that gap, no gap, we still put it in double quote. Put our comma again, and that's it. There's no other thing we need to do. That's it, team 3. Then you copy it and come here and paste it as value. That's it. So
Please come
remember,
again.
okay, come again. Number 1, equal to sign, substitute. What is the old test? It was team. I have to go back then. I have to do Control Z because I have corrected it. Control Z. Yeah, that was it. So we just want to delete this and do one more time. Equal to sign, substitute. What is our the test we are looking at is team 3 with that dash, which is C24. Don't need to know. It's just one click on it. It's fine. Comma. What's the old test? You see now, it has an unwanted character, which is that dash. So we need to take it out, but we have to put it in double quote. Then comma again. What is the new test? What do we want to use to replace that particular dash there? We want to use a closed gap, which will still go in a double quote. And that's it. Click on the particular test, the spot, the cell you want the test to come from, comma. What is the old test? What is the new test? Enter. As simple as that. Then you copy it and go to where you want to replace it and paste as value. Remember, we're not pasting as any other thing. It will always be as value as we go on.
Sorry, where do I click the old text and the new text after the C24?
Comma, the old text will be in double quote, put your dash, that dash sign that is in that text. Put a dash there, comma. There's no way you will get it. It's you that knows what you want to replace. So once you click on that cell, which is C24, the rest of the thing you will write. So you put your dash in a double quote, comma, put your close gap in double quote, enter. And the formula will look like this, C24. Z. The formula will look like this. Substitute, you click on the cell in
Yeah, I got
double
it.
space and then in close space, double quote, enter. Was that clear? Good. So
Yes.
next, go to our instruction sheet. I think we are done with that. We'll mark it as done. What have we done? We have checked the data in both sheets and we have identified and corrected all the inconsistencies. Without this number 2, you cannot really do much. You will do analysis, but it will not be correct. So we should complete the total discharge column in the performance data sheet. So we're going to performance data sheet. They say we should complete the total discharge. Can you see that? There's no data in column F, column G, and column H. So they want us to analyze, complete this data. So what do? We need to add column D, column D and E, total discharge. So let me give you a scenario about this data. This is a data about some nurses. If you are a nurse here, you will know that you guys run shifts, isn't it? You can run morning shift, afternoon shift, or night shift. But in each shift that the nurses go to, whenever they discharge their patient, they will record it. If it is discharged, if the client discharged or the patient discharged and recovered, they will record it in column D, client discharged, recovered. But if the patient did not recover, but they still discharge them anyways, they will record it in column E, client discharged, non-recovered. It's always good to understand your data before analyzing it. So with this example that I've analyzed, this scenario I've created, you understand the data we're analyzing, isn't it? So now we want to know their total discharge, okay? They don't know their total discharge. As a data analyst, we need to calculate how many people they have discharged, both the recovery and non-recovery. So it's very easy now. Put your equal to sign. We'll click on column D plus column E, enter. It will calculate the total discharge and we still fill it down. As simple as ABC. It's done. Remember, the first thing you have to do before writing the formula is equal to sign. I only clicked on D, D2, and I also clicked on, does that make sense? I clicked on D2 plus E2. Question answered.
Can you do it again, please? You are muted.
You are muted, ma. Please, ma, can you unmute yourself?
Okay. Does that answer our question? Yes. So I think everyone
We didn't
has
hear you,
understood.
ma. You
No,
were
we didn't.
muted.
Mine is giving me 11.
No, it shouldn't give us 11. So it should be D2 plus E2. So it goes that way. Don't forget, we're not in C. So if you do C and it should give you 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe you did column C and E. It should be column D and E. Okay? Column D and E should give us 11. Okay?
Please do it again. You were muted when you were saying it.
Okay, was I muted? So I have been, this thing has been buzzing. So equal to sign, okay? Let me do Control Z in case anybody just wants to grab it as well. Control Z. This one should not take us much time. Put my equal to sign. One click on column D2, plus sign. Another click on column E2. As easy as ABC. and enter. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah? Okay. Enter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Enter. Then can we mute if you're not talking, please stay on mute for so that everybody will concentrate. We are also asked to calculate the recovery percentage. The same thing, we put our equal to sign. So what is recovery percentage? Let me break it down to us so that we understand it. So you and I, just imagine that you went out with Beatrice, everybody. We went out, we went to a shop and you wanted to buy me something. You bought 5 of it for yourself and bought 6 of it for me. How many did we buy in total? 11, isn't it? So, but
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I'm asked what is my own percentage, what is the percentage of all the things that we have bought? Mine will be 6/11, and yours will be what? 5/11. That is your portion. That's your proportion. That is my proportion. So that's what we are going to do here. We're going to apply it here. They are asking us for recovery percentage. It means only those that are recovered. That is what we want to get here. So what will it be? From the example I've given you, it will be what? Recovery divided by total discharge. Isn't it as simple as that? So we just click on 6 divided on your keyboard by F2. So it will be D2 divided by F2. Enter. Give us the result. But you see, it's not in percentage. We need it in percentage. He gave us 0.66667. We want it in percentage. So we go under home, go to the number sub menu. So each area in Excel has sub menu. So when you enroll, we'll teach you more. So we'll click on percentage. It will turn into percentage. Then we'll fill down. As simple as that. So if you have any question, we'll do another one for non-recovery. It's going to be the same as recovery, but for non-recovery, it will be what? The other proportion. Remember, you have your own proportion. Your own was 5/11. Mine was 6/11. That's my proportion. So these two people have their proportion. The other one is 6/9. 6/9.
Please, how did you convert it to percentage?
So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Equal to. So the non-recovery will be what? 3/9, isn't it? Divided by total discharge. Enter. So you see, it's in 0.33. I'll convert it to percentage by clicking on percentage. So you go under home menu, you go to the sub menu called number, and under there you will see percentage. If you don't see it there, you click on general and just choose percentage. Okay? It could give you the same. So that one is in 2 decimal place. We want it in 0 decimal place. So we can shift it back by using decrease decimal or increase decimal. So this is decrease decimal. We decrease it to 0 decimal place and then fill down. So we have answered that question. So you see, our Excel is looking very fuller and more interesting, isn't it? So we'll come here, we'll answer this question, we'll mark it green. Complete the recovery percentage. We completed it, we mark it green. Complete the non-recovery percentage, we mark it green. Join the first name and last name together. We've done it, mark it green. So you just check. You see, the instruction sheet helps you to be well organized. It helps you to know what you have done and what you have not done. I hope it's clear. So we have completed that. So let's look at the next instruction. It says, use a geography function to create area code, longitude and latitude from the NOS information sheet. Okay. So we are asked to create area code from this. They want us to know the area each of this location is, the longitude and longitude and latitude as well. So for us to do that, we have to first of all convert this column E to a geography. So how do we do that? You click on column E, go to data, and then under data, we have this sub menu called data types. We're going to click on it and choose geography. Remember, first step, click on column E. Go to data menu. Under data types, click on the drop down and choose geography. So once you click on that, you convert our column E to geography. Was that clear? You are there, say I'm there. Yes. So we have converted it to geography. The next thing is to now calculate the area code, and it's very easy as ABC. So we're going to call this one area. This is area. So calculate the area code. Just put code in front. Area code.
Under data, you click on what, please?
Under data type, I clicked on geography. Go to data, click on this drop down here. You see geography. Then it will convert this column to geography. And that is what we're going to be using to calculate our area code, longitude and latitude. So once you've done that, say I've done it. Then
sorry, I'm geography.
Say that again.
I'm not seeing geography on mine. So under data, I'm seeing the queries and connections. But yours is showing geography. I'm not seeing mine on the next one. The next one is showing to sort A to Z on mine.
No, I think you don't have it enabled, unfortunately. I can't, because we have a lot of people here. But for our students, our one-to-one students, so if we enroll, we take our time to now enable some of these things. So some students may not have it enabled. It's in your Excel, just that you don't have it here at the moment. But I will need to go through a long process to get it for you, which I think it might slow a lot of people down. So are you planning to take on the training after this course? If yes, don't worry, I will repeat this for you. Then I will also get the geography installed for you in your Excel, if that makes sense. But for now, it's going to be a very long process to get that done, and we need to work with time, okay? I'm so sorry, ma'am. So, but if you have it enabled, if you have this function, geography, and you enable it, you see that this show card in front, at the front of each of the location. So for Sunderland, you see the card here. We're going to click on each of the card, and we're going to go to area, and you see a plus sign, say extra area to grid. So that is how to extract the area code. Then that's it. That's the area code. So we
Let's
need
go
the
over
long.
it again.
Please, I didn't get the area code, ma.
Okay, I'll do Control Z. To get area code, once you enable your geography, you click on this show card. On the show card for Sunderland, you go to area. Then you will see this icon in front of the area. It says extract area to grid. Click on it. Give yours 112. Then click on the fill down button again, that small cube, to fill it down. You can also use formula to calculate it by using equal to the cell dot area. So for example, if you don't want to do that shortcut, which is what I use at all times, you don't have to use long method. You just put your equal to sign, click on the location dot area. Then it still gives you the same result. But it's more of Formula 1, but we don't need the formula method. So just click on the show card, navigate to area, and click on that extract to grid. So for longitude, latitude first, do latitude first. I just call it lat, but it's latitude. We'll do the same. Go to the show card. Then you go to latitude, extract to grid, and fill down. That's our latitude. For longitude, the same thing. longitude. Okay, the same thing. You go to your show card, navigate down to longitude, and then extract and fill down. You can do the same. Maybe you want to get the population for each of those areas. You just go, I'll just type this one, population. I want to calculate the population. Then I'll go back to my show card. I'll go to population. I will extract it and fill down. So this is the population for each of the locations. So we have done a lot of calculation just using column E. Was that clear, guys? Good. So now I've done control save. Please, if I've not saved your work, do control save so that you don't get it lost. We're going to use this particular analysis in Power BI. Then I'll go to my instruction sheet again and just take this one as done. We've done it. So I'll go back to home, marketers completed. So our next task is to show recovery percentage by team using Power BI. They say we should use Power BI to now show our analysis, our report. Any question before we go to Power BI? Was this clear?
It was clear. It was clear, but I will need to watch the recording and do step by step to get it. But it was clear.
Please,
Yes, it's
what's
clear.
your name? Yeah. Okay. The person that didn't have this geography, what's your name, please?
My name is Nadine.
Gladine.
Nadine, Bernard.
Okay, Bernardine. Okay. So
even me, I don't have the geography.
Don't have the geography.
Neka by name.
Neka. All of you need to come and enroll. It's very cheap. Then I will have to make sure I do that.
Excuse me, Beatrice.
Yes.
My hand has been up. I also don't have it. I don't have my Excel. I don't have the sub module under the data, which is the data. I only have data tools. No.
Okay,
Yeah, what the data geography is under.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but
I know. It, but it's just
I know. I'm trying to ask a question. So the question is, if I go to file and options, I think other options or account, where do I get it from?
So in option, you can get it from this navigation, quick customize ribbon.
Oh, customize ribbon.
You should be able to enable
data types, because I don't have data types.
Huh?
So what am I looking for? Is it geography I'm looking for, or
no,
data types?
Data types is what you need. Once you get data types, you should be able to have that.
Okay, because I don't think I'm not even seeing data types here.
Right. Maybe you might need to upgrade your Excel version. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I understand. It's money.
Money, exactly. Money is everything. So now, I guess everybody have our Power BI as well. That's our next tutorial or our next section.
Sorry, Ma, please, sorry, please. May we know how much for those of us in the UK?
For those of us in the UK?
Yeah, for the one-to-one 6 weeks program.
The 6 weeks program is only for Nigerians, unfortunately. For those in the UK or any other part of the world, the training is for 3 months. And we have a one-to-one section which goes for £1,200 only. But we also have student discount. Only. That's a full program. Well, only that 100K is only for Nigerians because of.
Sorry, how much? We are all Nigerians.
I know.
How much is it for the Nigerian again?
100,000.
Nigeria is 100K. Can I join Nigeria? I have Nigerian.
Me too. I have Nigeria.
We are all Nigerians first. I'm Nigerians ever.
We verify it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'll go to-
£1,200 for the full
Is
training.
it on
But
one?
it's 1-to-1. But we also have, let me land now. We have a student discount option for those in the UK and every other part of the world, which goes for £370 only. But you be in a
Do you
group.
have to be a student?
No, but it's our student discount. So long as you want to be a
Okay.
student, you can get that discount.
I want to be a
Okay,
So
student.
what are the
sorry.
differences?
The difference is that those
Yeah.
in Nigeria that these 6 weeks, they only cover Excel and Power BI. That's the full package for Excel and Power BI. But those that completed for 3 months, you will also cover SQL and Python programming language. That's the
As a
difference.
3 months course.
Yeah,
The
for the 3
student
months.
program, is it different from the student program? That's the one of £300. Is there any difference in the course with
No,
relation to the one of 1 to?
no, there's no difference. It's the same course will cover. The only difference is that
So
you will be
Beatrice,
in a group of 5 to 10 people. Why 1-to-1 is at your own pace. So you
Okay.
learn whenever you're free. You take your time and all that. Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
So
ma,
much.
sorry to cut you short, ma, please. The students on, is it also for 3 months, and can we pay instrumentally, like maybe £100 each month or something like
Yes,
that?
you can. You can.
Okay, I'm
Three hundred
interested
and
in
seventy
student
pounds.
on.
So not £100. It's
Okay.
£370. Yeah. But you can
Oh,
pay
okay.
on 3 installments. Yes.
Okay,
so
please.
Beatrice,
Thank
hi
Yes.
Beatrice.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah, I can't
I
be
have a
Adebayo is
question
my
for the
name.
one-on-one.
So for the one-on-one, so if I'm getting it right, the fee is 300, right?
370.
No,
370.
370. Okay, 370, and that's for
Group.
3 month program, right?
3 months
Yes.
program for the group
So which
section.
cover the SQLs, Python, Excel, and Power BI.
Bam, everything covers it.
Oh, okay.
but
So you can drop
it's
your
not
contact.
one-on-one, it's group.
It's group.
Yeah, group
Not
maybe like
one-on-one.
5.
5, yeah.
Like five minimum. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, you can just drop your contact so that we can,
Okay, that's fine.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
My
So
own
now,
question.
okay,
My
any
own
other
question.
question? So, any other question?
Beatrice,
Can we
I'm
go to
asking a
all?
question, please. I'm
Okay.
asking a question. My question is,
Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I said for someone in Nigeria who wants to.
is it going to be physical or online for the one-on-one,
Online.
please?
The same way.
Online.
Online. All our trainings are all online. Yeah.
And the certification, is it recognized in UK?
All over the world.
Yeah, it's the
All
same
right.
UK agency that issues the certificate. It's not even COSENG that issues the certificate. Once we certify that you finish the training, the government will send you the certificate.
Right.
All right.
Straight,
Get a
without even
certificate
telling us.
from CPD. Yeah.
Yeah, all they need is us to confirm that you've
That have
completed the
completed
approved
training.
module that's up to UK standard. Once it's confirmed that you've done your project, done everything, they will automatically give you your certificate even without telling us.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
is
I
the,
have
is
a
the
question,
training money
please.
part of the is it for the does it cover for the certification too?
Everything.
Yeah. It covers
So the £370 covers for certification too.
everything. Even those in
100%.
Nigeria as well. The 100
Yeah.
covers them. Because
Yeah.
let me explain. Those in Nigeria, it's more of our way of supporting our community. The money is not equal to what they learn. What they learn is way more than what they are paying for. But COSENG like covers most of the bills for our Nigerian community. For it's just a way to support them to acquire new skills and get something doing for themselves. So that is why we beat the price down for our Nigerian students. It's not because it is equal to what they learn. No, it's just a way to support our community. That's why if you're in the UK, you're a Nigerian, please, you will join the normal one.
Okay.
Yeah, you will join the normal one. Thank you.
Which one is the normal?
The normal program goes for £1,200 but the student
Or
discount runs
370.
for £370 in the group section, but you get all the same thing that is covered for the
Okay.
370 and
So
Please, I
I
want
have
to
a
ask
question.
for COSENG, the 370, does it also cover CV writing? And if it covers the CV writing, we add it as having experience with COSENG.
of course. In fact, our training goes way beyond just COSENG. We do a live program. We do a live project with another organization. Okay. So once you are done with our training, you can put in a certificate that you have a training, but we still deploy you into another company so that you can work for at least 2 to 3 weeks and have an experience of how to apply your data skills. That one we go purely in your CV and it's a work experience. Yes.
I can give you
That's
reference to
lovely.
show that, yeah, we can give you a reference that, yes, you have this experience and you've worked for the company.
Okay, thank you.
So does that apply both individual training and group training?
Yes.
So the package the benefit that everybody gets, doesn't matter which package that you are on. One is CV writing, two is mock interview, three is data analysis portfolio. Everybody gets that. Live project, everybody gets that. Does that make sense? So these four things, then your presentation skills,
Yes.
everybody gets that as well. But the only difference is that you might not be able to complete all the courses that you need to become a data analyst. For example, you need SQL. You also need Python programming language. So if you are in the 6 weeks program, you only cover Excel and Power BI, which will give you a very good knowledge to start as a beginner. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes,
But
I've
what
been
if you're
seeing
in Nigeria and you want to do the Python programming and SQL?
So if you're in Nigeria and you want to do the Python programming, then you have to pay the UK fee. Someone is raising hand.
Yes. The question I have is
Or you
this.
can pay in Naira, yeah.
The question I have is this, right? The question goes like this. If we are going for one-on-one, is there any other deduction for the one-on-one from the 1,200 to, if we have any deduction on that?
Yeah, it will be like a personal conversation. That one is a standard, but if you're starting and we normally have a day where we do induction and you want maybe another discount, it could be a private discussion because anyone that gives you a discount in the team will cover the bill. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, I think I've scanned and registered already. So I don't know. Maybe probably when we start, I'll have more questions.
Okay, that's good. So have we all
Can
set
I
our Excel file?
sorry,
Okay.
can I know when the 3 months program is likely to start?
It starts 28th of January. All programs start
Oh,
28th of January. So
it's
which is
already
just
here.
in few years. All the training starts at that time. Yeah.
Will you always be the same time, 10 to 1, 10 to 1?
No, it's flexible. So once on the 28th, for those in the 100K group, they will do their induction. They will choose the time they want to be doing their training by themselves. So all the students will be there. They will agree on the time that's suitable for them. For the one-to-one section, the same. For the group section, the same. The only difference is that for the one-to-one, you get to learn everything at your own pace, at your own time. Maybe you don't have experience at all. It gives you that leverage to kind of get everything. And if you cancel, maybe you have another schedule, you cancel, you don't lose your hour. It's still there for you. But if you miss a training on the group section, you've missed it. Yeah,
You watch the
cannot do
recording.
anything.
Yeah. You can watch the recording
You
actually
can watch the
because
recording later
all the
on, but we
training have.
cannot go back and train you again.
Okay, but the thing is, if you are going to do this, if you are going to commit, it's good to know if the time will be suitable for you or not. So is there a way to kind of know what the timing is before you commit, before you make the payment or whatever?
Exactly my question.
your commit or the timing will depend on you. So once you make your payment, everybody have made their payment. There's what we call 15 minutes induction. In that 15 minutes, you just choose the time that's convenient for you. So I cannot say now all the training will hold every Saturday. No. So each group or each student will choose the time that is convenient for them.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard because if every other group member chooses a time that's not convenient for you, you are paying for something you can't get.
No, it has to be convenient for everybody. So, for example, we
Okay.
can look at. We also strike a balance. We can look at
Mhm.
Monday to Sunday and say you
Mhm.
can say I'm always available on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Another group member can say I'm always available on Thursdays and Fridays. So we have a day now, Thursday. Then the other person will say I'm always available on. So everybody will bring the days they are available, right? And then you can say, can we do a compromise? Is there any other day you can do a compromise since you are always available? We always, I've always seen that we always arrive at the fact that you have chosen the days that everybody's available. Besides, the training is 4 hours a week,
Okay.
and because it's 4 hours a week, students can choose to do their training twice a week, once a week, or 20 times a week, depending on how they want to use their own hour. Does that make sense? So if they decide to use
Yes.
it 4 hours, maybe once a week, they have all decided. It means that only once a week you come to do your 4 hours, or twice a week, or 3 times a week.
Please, I didn't get this data that we are working on. How do I download it?
Which one?
The data that we are working on now. This
Okay,
particular one.
can someone pop it in the chat? It's in the chat, but
It's
someone
in the
can.
chat, yeah.
In the chat, is it the group chat? Okay, wait.
Yes.
Yes.
So on these teams that we are using, you go to teams, you go to chat, then you go to data. Let me just pop it again. Control V. Please, you have it.
No, I've not gotten it.
Let me send it
Okay,
to you.
I've seen the chat. I've seen it.
Have you seen the data?
I'm trying to click on it.
I've sent it again now. So someone is raising
Okay,
hand.
I should
Can
just
we
I'll
go
just
to,
click on it, right?
yes.
Yeah, just click on it, yeah.
Can we go back to PowerBI
Send it,
quickly?
sorry, send it again because it has popped out.
So you have to click on your own chat.
All
Color.
right.
So how do you get? Yeah. Color, yeah. Can we quickly do the PowerBI, then answer all any other question remaining? Is that okay? Because I really want
Let's just. Yes, ma. Let's move on, ma. Yes, ma.
Let's just use a minute or so to do feedback. Then we proceed because at the end of the day, people might be leaving at the end of the Power BI.
Oh yeah. So that's the feedback slide. Please give us feedback quickly. If you're enjoying the section.
Okay. So my name is Elochku. I have dared to start this course for a while now, and I'm a bit good with Excel. But jumping into this class, someone sent it to me yesterday saying you might just give it a try. And I've been the trial, and I think I like it, and I want to do the one-on-one.
Like that, a good deal. Please, can you scan can everyone scan the QR code and just, it will lead you to where you can type just one or two sentences.
Just put it in the QR code for us.
Just scan the thing in front of your computer now, please.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Then we'll go back to Power BI quickly. If you're enjoying the class, the section, please, feedback is important to us. We've used it to improve on today's section as well, and we'll keep using it to improve on the next section.
Sorry, please, just going for individual, like one-to-one.
Okay, let me go back to that slide. Just the slide. If you scan on that QR code, it takes you to register. The one on my top right, If you're in the UK or any other part of the world, you are in Bulgaria, Canada, US, any other part of the world, scan the one on the right side. If you're in Nigeria only, scan on the one on my left-hand side.
So how do we negotiate the one-on-one price, please?
Call me on 077 8010 5816.
Hold on, please.
It is fast.
Call me.
You
077.
Let me put on the chat 077
All right, that would be nice.
5816. So I'll put +44 in front just in case you're not in Nigeria. +44. Yes. So that's it. Have everyone completed the feedback form?
Yes, ma.
So if you don't have Power BI, you can download it as well. Otherwise, just go over to Power BI now. So I'll give you opportunity to scan this QR code and download Power BI if you don't have it. I know it will be a little bit tricky because Power BI, you have to download it on your computer and not on your phone.
Oh, really?
Please don't call until after the training. I can see a lot of calls coming in. You can call just after 12:30.
I
So
just downloaded Power BI, but it's asking for work email address.
no, you don't need to sign in. Once you download it, that's all. Even me, I'm not signed in. You don't need to sign in to use Power BI.
Okay.
Thank you, my lovely people, for the beautiful feedback. I appreciate it. So this is how Power BI looks like. So we have completed the Excel. Save your work, please. Very important. Otherwise, it will not register. Save your work. Just press Ctrl Save. Once you save your work, then close Excel. Just do what I've just done. Ctrl Save your work. If you don't know how to save your work, just go to File, go to Save or Save As. You can change the name if you want and click on Save. So once you've saved your work, I want you to close Excel. Close it down. We are done. So everything in Excel is done and completed. The next step is open Power BI. Remember, the file that we need, if it's open in Excel, it will not work in Power BI. It needs to be closed. But before you close it, save it so that you don't lose all that we have done. Once you have closed it, we need to now get that data from Excel that we have cleaned and worked on. We need to get it into Power BI so that we can do the last task, which is to show some analysis they want us to show. So we go under Home in Power BI. So this is Power BI. What is Power BI? Power BI just means Power Business Intelligence. It is a business intelligence tool that many businesses, they use it to solve problems that has to do with data. Okay, so it is so easy to use. It's so beautiful. I found out that when I'm using Power BI, I can stay in my computer all day and all night. I will not even remember to eat food because of how interesting it is. So there's a lot to learn about Power BI. We will not cover a lot of them, but we'll do as much as we can today. So what do we do to analyze the data there? Power BI allows us to get data from different sources, including Excel workbook. So we go to Get Data under Home, then we'll click on Excel workbook. Under Excel workbook, we're going to look for that data that we just worked on, which is called Nurses Performance and Info, COSENG 1. So that was the name of my own file. I'll click on it and click Open. I hope everybody have done this.
My Power BI is not looking like yours.
How does it look like?
I don't know if it's because I'm doing it in a tab.
No, you can. A tab is just like it. So we have three components of Power BI. We have Power BI Desktop, which is the one we are using now. Power BI Mobile, which is the one you are using in the tab, and Power BI Service. They do different things. The one we use for our analysis is Power BI Desktop. it's much more efficient and gives you the leverage.
Okay.
So the one you are using now can only allow you maybe to view, but you can still try, right? You can try.
They're very different. They look very different. Maybe I'll
Use
do it later on a desktop.
yes. Also, did you see something like blank report?
No, the only thing it's showing me is VP sales, director of operations, customer care, director of marketing,
It's just
CFO,
for
HR manager.
yeah, it's for viewing. That's fine. Don't worry. When you get your system, just watch the recording and do exactly what I have done. Okay.
Okay.
So once you click on get data from Excel, choose the file. It takes you to your navigator. We're going to choose the two data sets, the nurses information and nurses performance data, and click on load. Was that clear?
Yes.
Okay, click on load. So once we click on load, the data will load up into our Power BI. It does take a little of time, but once it's done, click on close. So the data is here now. So this is Power BI. This is our data area. Everything about our data will appear on the data area. We also have the second part we call the visualization area, which is where we take different visuals in our Power BI. So we have the pie chart and the column chart. We have the line chart on the second line. We have the pie chart and donut charts. We have the maps. We have the scorecards and KPI. We have slicers and tables and a lot of things that we can use to visualize our data. So let's start with the first one. They say we should calculate recovery percentage by team. So we can use a bar chart to do that. So this is our bar chart. I'll just expand it and I'm going to take my team here. So because the data is in different sheets, we need to kind of relate it together. We need to form a relationship between them. Power BI has two sides. We have where we call the report view. Can everybody go to model view for me? We have the report view. We have the table view. We have the model view. Everybody can go to model view for me, please. Very easy. Because we need to connect both data together. Very easy. So what I'm going to connect it with, they all have ID. The nurse information table has nurse ID. The performance data has what? Nurse ID. So we have something common among both of them. And we call it what? Relationship. We will learn more of this when you start. So we're just going to connect the nurse ID in that table, the nurse ID in the other table. So it's a many-to-many relationship. I'll just click on save. Then they are connected together. You see? So we have built a model between them. A model is just a connection that allows you to see what is happening. So this data, because they are now friends, they are now brothers and sisters. With this connection we have done, they are brothers and sisters. What does it mean?
Yeah, but
they will relate very well. Someone is raising up hand.
Yes. So how did you connect these two data together? I think I was a bit lost.
Okay, let me delete it again. So we want to make sure that whatever we are doing in the nurse information table, we can also do it in the performance data table. Both of them want to make sure they are working hand in hand. That is modeling. So we will learn a lot of it more when we start in full, but we'll just connect it. So, and how do you connection or relationship is based on something that is common between the two tables. And that the only thing that is common here is usually IDs. So the ID of this table is common with the ID of the other table. To connect it, double click on the nurse ID here, carry it as you're carrying a lantern, and drop it in the nurse ID in the other table.
Drag it and drop it.
And drop. So once you drop, it pops up a new relationship table. You don't need to do anything else. Just click save. And then it connects. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So we connected it. Creating relationship in Power BI is straightforward. Drag and drop. Double click, carry, drop, and click on save. So once we do that, we go back to our report view. Remember, we have different view: model view, report view. So in our report view now, we're going to show teams and recovery percentage. We have it here, recovery percentage. So we have it. Okay.
So you just drag the bar chart in there, right? From the
So
tool.
you select the chart that you need. On the y-axis, put the information that is in text format. We go on the first axis. It could be y or could be x. So y-axis is for text kind of data. X-axis is for numerical data. Does that make sense? Yeah. X-axis, numerical data. Y-axis, text data. So we have that done. Secondly, we'll also calculate total.
Please, can you go back a little? Could you go back a little bit to the beginning part of this? After you came to model, I didn't see how you got to teams. No, not that way back.
Done this one. So
yeah, I've done that. When you went back to the report view.
Okay, now we're in the report view. I'm starting afresh, guys. So first, take the chart that you need. We have different visualization. So I'm using a bar chart. Okay, that's the first chart. Click on it. All right. Then take teams from the nurse information table into the y-axis and take your recovery percentage into the x-axis. And then I just expanded it and brought it down. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. That's number one. Number two, once you are done with any chart, click on the background, on the white background. Because if you click on the chart, it will not let you do another analysis. So we want to do another analysis. I want to use pie chart. I want to use pie chart. And the pie chart, I want to show teams by total discharge. I want to show that there. So that's my pie chart. I'll just drop it down here. Drag down. So to take another visualization, I will click on the
Sorry, excuse me. In the pie chart, you moved teams by total discharge to where? Where did you drop it? The total discharge under the performance data.
Yeah, so the legend will be for your test data, just like y-axis. Then the value is your x-axis. Just when I said your y-axis is for test data, your x-axis is for numerical data. It's the same here. For pie chart, the name will be slightly different. It will be called legend and values. The legend, put your teams. In the values, put your total discharge.
Sorry, please. So you just drag and drop, right?
Double click. So let me try
Okay,
one
double
more.
click.
So I want to use an area chart. And that area chart, I want to show teams by, or rather, let me do date trend. Let me do yearly date trend. Yearly trend of the non-recovery. Yeah. So I want to show that. You see, I use the area chart. So double click and carry it. Why is important is because if you just click on the green area, you might put it in the area, in the place you don't want it to be. So the best is double click, carry it and drop it. Have you seen it?
What are you carrying?
I'm just giving an example.
Oh.
So do you want me to do it again? Have you done it?
Yes, please. No.
Okay, so I want to put the date in x-axis. I'll go to the data. I will double click it, carry it like you're carrying something. And then you go to the x-axis and drop it inside there. Did you see that? Then I also want to put non-recovery in the y-axis. Non-recovery. Where is it? Non-recovery here. This percentage. Recovery. Find the child recovery. Non-higher. I put it. See, I'm carrying it. So when you're carrying, you will know. How you will know is that you will see that round icon. Can you see it?
Yes.
And then you drop it in the y-axis. So we've done that one as well. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
Good. So
Yes,
the next, I want to take like a scorecard. A scorecard is just showing a summary of everything in the dashboard. Whenever you're building a dashboard in Power BI, it's always good to have scorecards.
Dada.
Scorecards
Dada.
are summaries.
Oh, sorry.
Are summaries. So we're going to summarize each of. Want to know the total discharge? To give us, see, scorecard. We just give us the total discharge without having to second guess. We can see that we have 350.46 total discharges. You can also.
Where did you get the scorecard from?
The scorecards is a card visual. It's written 1, 2, 3 on the visualization area. So you take card. So we also want to calculate the client discharge, recovery. And we also want to calculate control copy, control V, control copy and control V. We also want to calculate client discharged recovery. So that's the two things we want to calculate. And probably we can calculate the last one, control Z, control copy, control V. The last thing we can calculate would be
Ma, sorry, I have a question, ma.
Okay.
This X and Y, how do we know the one to put in the X and the Y?
So anything that is in numerical format, that is not numbers. No, that is not a number.
Yes.
Teams, anything that is in text format, or let me just say any other thing that is not numbers, but any other form of data can go in the y-axis.
Okay.
But all these ones written a zigzag in the front, it means that they are numerical. They can go in the x-axis, in the numerical side. Does that make sense?
Okay, ma.
Anytime a zigzag line, it means numerical. Anytime you don't see any zigzag line, if it's any other one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we need to change the background so that we can arrange our visual properly. To change the background, I'm going to click on the background and go to format your visual background. I want to change the background to this color and set the transparency to 0 so that I can arrange my visual very well. So see, this one needs to come down a little bit, and I need to put it down to be in the same height as this other one. And also need to bring this one down. And I need to also bring this other one a little bit down because I need space at the top for my title. Then I will align each of these properly. I hope everyone is following. So we are now in the making it more our dashboard much more interactive and colorful. So that's it. So I've done all that. Any question here, guys? Any question? Done this.
I think I have a question. How you get these numbers? But I think when I watch the video, I'll get it. I could figure out other ones, but just the numbers.
Okay. Our time is up.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it when I watch the recording.
Okay.
But please, the recording will be sent to our mails.
Yes, I'm going to
send. We'll send a link. We'll upload it online on YouTube, then send you a link. Share a link. I mean, we have a WhatsApp forum. I hope everybody have scanned the barcode for the WhatsApp forum.
Yes.
Once you join the WhatsApp forum.
No, I don't have WhatsApp forum
Look
code.
at everybody. That's our WhatsApp group. So I will be posting the videos, the recordings, and every other information that you need. Just come to COSENG Student Networking Group. You'll find it there. Scan it quickly.
And the registration too.
WhatsApp group, our WhatsApp group.
Yeah, the recording will be ready on the latest on Tuesday, because we have to remove some places where we had noise and interruptions and people talking from the background. So we'll remove all those things before uploading the video.
Then
please, can we have
Please,
link to the WhatsApp?
Please, why
of
not
scanning
just
code?
send an email?
Use the barcode again. You just took it.
Okay, so
can you send email? There are those who are not on the WhatsApp group, please.
Please, can you explain the visualization part again, visualization part again, the ending part of it?
Okay, I'm coming.
Hello, sir. Can you send emails, please?
Okay, drop your email on the chat. I will send.
Yeah, drop your email, please. Yeah.
For those that want to get information on the WhatsApp group, please join with that link. Then let's go back to our Power BI quickly.
Yeah.
I want to add
So hold on. How did you do? You clicked on the build visualization, right? That was the first thing you did.
Is it for the background?
Yes. How did you after you added everything from clicking on the different charts and cards, and you dragged and dropped to get everything? How do you put it up together?
So to put it together,
you moved it around to get it to this level. Then you did the background. So how do you do the background? I know you set up about build something. Is it build visualization
so
something?
click on your background, the white background on the background area, like I've just done.
Yeah.
Just click on it. Okay. Let me delete this. If you click on your background, then go to format your report page. Okay.
Where is the format report page?
After build visual.
Okay, format your report. Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
The next icon will be format your report page. Then you go to canvas background. Then you go to choose any color of your choice and send the transparency to 0. Very important.
Send it to 0. Okay, to set it to 0, transparent.
Just set it to 0, you will not see, you just see white. But if you set it to 0, that's when the color will come out.
Okay.
So I need to put performance report.
So how did you get the heading? How did you get that space to write that?
That's what I want to do now. So
to
get this done, you click on these 3 dots and click on text box. On the home, you see text box. Yours might be bigger. Once you see text box, get it, resize it to maybe 40 and make it bold, put at the center, and then you can change the background. If you want to change the background, it's the same thing. You go to Effect, Background Color. I want to set it to this color and maybe change this to white. So that is my own report. So you can build your own the way you want it to be. That's our time up. Any question? So if you now enroll, there's so much more to do in Power BI, but we don't have time. We could have just make it more beautiful, but this is all the level I could come up with so far. Did you enjoy the class?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to,
Sure.
you have to really
Yes,
watch
ma'am.
this.
I have to watch this recording again from this BI. That's why I lost everything, but I'll watch it again. But it was really, really you went deep, so I appreciate it, ma.
No problem.
Yeah, ma, I want to ask a question, ma, please. If we missed these 3 months from 28, are you going to have another class again this year?
Yes, we have this free training every 3 months because it's just like a fresher for the new students. So it's like this is for the students starting now. You guys, if you want to enroll, so we always do this training to kind of build you up and give you the chance to see how our training is done, so that you will make up your mind if you're going to go with us or not. So we always have this training. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma. Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
Right.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you
Guys
so.
for joining, and I hope to see you guys on the 28th of January. If you want to make your payments, you can start making your payments immediately, because once you register, you see details of how to make your payment. If we see your enrollment, we can also reach out to you. If we reach out to you,
Registration again.
so the
Please,
registration.
can you share your number again? And secondly, the email address that was used to send this link. Can you be reached on that email, or you have a different email you can want to share with us?
No,
let's make it easier for everybody. Our website has all the contacts that you can ever need. Just go to our website, you see contact us now, you see our email, you see everything, even the cost of the training, how to enroll. I'm sharing the link on the chat now. I'm sharing the link. Yeah. Just check the chat point. Can you see?
Where I
Just go
see
to
it.
yeah.
Yes.
Go to the chat, you see COSENG Limited. Yeah. Has everyone been able to see it? Yeah. Yeah. So that link, anytime you want to inquire about anything, if you have forgotten our contacts or email, just go to our website. The website is there. Everything you want is there. And if you send any contact us now, we'll respond. If you send an email, the phone number is also there on the website. That's the same phone number that was given to you.
Sorry, I didn't get the phone. I didn't get the phone number, please. Can you share it again?
Right, it's in the chat. If you just move up a little bit, you'll find the chat, but I can share it again.
Please share it again.
++447 105816. Yeah, that's this. That's it. That's my contact. So if
Please
you
take
want
that again, please. +44
7780105816. So if you ring that number and you want to start on the 28th, just make it easy for you. So if you call the number, it makes it easy for you. I can even help you with the enrollment processes. You can also go on our website through that QR code that you just scanned. It just takes you straight to the registration portal, and it will even detail your payment details. You can make your payment. Once you receive your payment, we'll add you to the students that are starting. As simple as that. So that is our website with the enrollment as well.
Excuse me.
Is there any contact for those of us?
Please, can you explain briefly how you colored your text box?
So for those in Nigeria, the same number, but on WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Same number on WhatsApp. So how I colored? Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah. How to color
No,
background?
Yeah, this time for performance reports. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yes.
background. Click on the background where you want to color. Go to format your visual. Then go to canvas background.
Okay, the same thing.
Color.
Okay.
Then color. But remember, set the transparency to 0. Otherwise, it will not show.
Okay. I remember. So the same thing with the background that we're doing with the performance reports background.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate. Bye bye. See you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
See you on 28 January.
Bye.
Please, ma, the video, the recording.
Don't worry.
Yes.
On
Thank you,
Tuesday,
ma.
on Tuesday, I will edit it between today and Monday. Okay, it will be available on Tuesday. Just send us a
Okay, sir.
chat.
Thank
If
you,
you
sir.
if you don't get it, just send a chat. We'll always point you to where we uploaded it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
So far. It's not our. What is all this on the floor?
Oh, it was some cards from holiday. I found them when I was taking my suitcase.
Is that not
down.
our card? Is that not the card I used to play with mommy?
No, it was the one that Jason scattered everywhere on holiday, and I had to pack them all in my suitcase.
What I'm saying is it not the card?
The old cards that Jason, mommy gave to Jason. Mommy gave them all to Jason because Jason said he wanted to play with them on holiday.